I'm Michelle Farmer. I'm the Regional Director for the Prince's Trust in Central England. We're here at our Birmingham Centre today with a group of people who are passionate about making young lives better in the West Midlands. We have to do something to combat the rise in knife crime, and we've got a mixture of people with lived experience and experts in the field to help us with that.
Okay, my name is Sajda Razak and I'm here today. I've come as a parent.
Hi, my name is Omar Sharif. I'm an ambassador for the Prince's Trust and have been for 6 years now. I recently won the Pride of Britain Award for the Young Achiever of the Year. My life started in London. I now live in Coventry and I got involved with gangs from a very, very young age.
Hi, I'm Zubaida Limbada. I'm director of an organisation called Connect Futures. So we do training and research around tackling extremism.
I'm Charlotte Goff, I'm from Youth of Walsall.
I'm Zara Khan, I'm from the Youth of Walsall as well.
Hi, my name's Kenny Bell. I'm a Chief Superintendent in West Midlands Police and I'm responsible for policing East Birmingham.
I'm Inspector Jane Goodridge. I'm also an employee of West Midlands Police. I work in offender management.
My name's Fadiz. I'm from the east of the Midlands, from Nottingham, and I'm here to support all the youths of today and empower their voices and bring love, peace and unity.
Hello, my name's Nathan Dennis and I'm from First Guest Legacy, founder and director.
My name's Khalid Hussain. I'm here today to engage with Prince's Trust.
What I wanted to find out from the event is what kind of initiatives are going on across the city of Birmingham, because I do believe there are a lot of people working in isolation on this issue.
Really grateful to be at the Prince's Trust event today. Clearly in Birmingham we've had 3 children killed. Potentially the people responsible for that are also young people as well, and therefore that is the reason why for me I couldn't miss out on today's opportunity to listen to the ways in which communities want to come together to help reduce this.
We've come here today because we realise that serious violence and knife crime is a top priority at the moment. It's gained a lot of media coverage recently, and it's time that we come together and have dialogue, conversations about it and discuss ways we can find solutions.
I think we've also come here today because it's quite complementary of our Real Knives, Real Lives Knife Awareness campaign. So we are working in Walsall to support young people who are involved in knife crime or potentially could be.
I am very interested in today's event simply because the conversations we're having around knife crime, gun crime, living in Birmingham really overlaps into the area of work that we do with students, and again there's a lot of similarities in terms of recruitment, social media, what can we do, and that big question is really what drew me to the event today.
From a policing point of view, we need to work differently. We need to understand how we can interact with people, how we can listen to them, how we can learn and how we can collaborate better with community groups, because we can't do it all on our own, and we recognise that.
Okay, the one thing that I would want to change right now is based on recent events in Birmingham that happened just over a 2-week period when there were 3 fatal stabbings. I would want Birmingham not to replace London as the knife crime capital, which in those 2 weeks we outstripped London, and really that's what prompted me also to come here today, because I think as parents we have a huge responsibility, because that's our children being killed on the streets of Birmingham.
One thing we could change, I think it would be going out into grassroots communities, speaking to them and listening to what they have to say, and working with our communities to develop solutions.
If there's one thing I could change, I think going back to schools, to teachers. I think teachers in primary school could perhaps start those interventions from that young age, when they are again speaking to young people who are pretty much easygoing and eager to listen, eager to please adults, and perhaps if there's an acknowledgement that actually that education could start from a very young age.
So if I could change one thing, I think I'd want to change our approach and our thinking to bring hope to young people. I've heard 3 inspirational people today, young people who've been in the depths of criminality, in the depths of gangs, and they've found the kind of spirit and the turning point in their lives to make a change and make a difference.
If I could change one thing, that would be to help one young person per day make better decisions. Think about consequences, think about the actions that they're taking, because a lot of young people are misguided, they're forced into gangs, they're forced into doing things that they do not want to do. I'm trying to teach them how to make better decisions and how to think further ahead rather than making a decision right now which could potentially help them, well, potentially lead them going into prison, or sometimes, as we see, people are dying on the streets.
I just touched on it, but one thing that if I could change, that would getting people like the young lads that we heard today into schools, and speaking to young people in youth forums and youth groups, etc., so they can be role models for them and they can inspire them, because what better way to get people out of certain situations than actually speaking to young people who have been in those situations themselves.
And if there's one thing I could change, it would be love and unity. We're lacking it, we need more of it.
I'm here today with the Prince's Trust in Birmingham, and it's been an amazing day. One of the things I think the Prince's Trust could do is to continue their partnership between grassroots organisations and themselves, and looking at innovative solutions to engage our young people. Our young people need us, and I think this is the perfect type of event to do this. Currently we're running a programme in partnership with the Prince's Trust called the Street Smarts to Business Start programme, which is looking at engaging young people around their transferable skills. So this is a good example for me of how the grassroots, third sector can work together, collaborate and make a change for our young people.
If there was one thing I would change right now, it would be to change the narrative. We at the Prince's Trust believe that young people are a force for good. We believe that everyone has the right to live, learn and earn, and that's why we're here.
Well, hello, it's me, Nathan Dennis from First Class Legacy, founder and director. So just a quick update. So we are running a program called the Street Smart to Business Start program, which is commissioned by the Prince's Trust Birmingham. It's going fantastic. From our first event, we had over 100 people attend. We had 61 sign-ups, and that is translated into about 19 people actually on the program. We're getting a range of support, helping improve their confidence, helping improving their well-being, helping them look at their strategy around business, and looking at business as a real viable option to help transform their lives. It's a great partnership, and we're really happy to be working with the Prince's Trust. I really want to thank the Prince's Trust for just giving us the opportunity to work together. I think they need to continue things like this in the future. Thank you.
And it's those opportunities that we've heard today that I think we can take into policing and make a change for the better.
And I think for me, that's what drew me, because we're missing that perspective. I think sometimes it's easy to say we need more police on the streets, or we're kind of finger pointing the blame at lots of people, but actually young people just want to be heard. And I think one thing that was really powerful for me was something that one of the speakers said. I think it was Hezron Brown, and he said that actually it should be at primary school age when interventions should happen. And even he made the point around kindness, checking in, getting teachers, adults, members of society just sort of saying, how's it going? How are you doing? And he felt that at a young age, if those things had occurred to him, it would have made him feel wanted, needed, all those kind of bits that sometimes are too easy to forget. So obviously it's complicated, but sometimes we just need to hear and be reminded of these very important points around addressing knife crime as members of that society.
I've learned about the stories that the young people have shared, the journey they've been on so far, and the changes they've made to get to where they are today.
I would agree with Charlotte as well. I think that's been really eye-opening and inspiring, because young people need to be able to tell their stories to inspire other young people if they're feeling like they're in the same situation as them, situations that they can't get out of. So I think that is the way forward. Young people to young people kind of peer mentoring.
3, 2, 1.
Hi there, my name's Hezron Brown. I'm an ambassador for the Prince's Trust. I had a background where I was carrying knives, I was living homeless, and I was also living alone, had troubles with parents at home. And I'm here today to talk about knife crime with different companies and talk about actually how we can resolve that. So that's my purpose of being here today.
Change one thing. You say if I could change one thing.
And if I could change one thing, I think it would be to change young people's perceptions of knife crime. A lot of them do this because they see it a lot in the media, they see it's become a culture, and I want to be able to change that and work with companies to see how we can tackle that.
Brilliant. Okay, so that is the word youth, and we're just debating at the moment whether youth is a good thing or not a good thing.
Youth?
What do you think?
Everyone's a youth at heart. I'm 26, I'm still a youth. There's a 70-year-old in there that's still a youth at heart. The youth's a diverse word. It shouldn't be categorised to 13 and under and things like that. It don't make sense.
What I hope to achieve today is to network with like-minded people, to find people who are also passionate about making a massive difference to the community and especially young people. Before I joined the Prince's Trust, I thought it was a group for elite people. So I went to a state school, and I've seen the logo around my school, but I thought it was for those people who came from a private school and they didn't accept people like me. Now that I've been through the team program and I've been through the enterprise program, my thoughts of the Prince's Trust is that the Prince's Trust is a vehicle for not just young people, but for people who need a bit of guidance or support, whether that be mentally, financially, or even physically, like myself. So the programs that I went on really helped me focus my decisions that I wanted to make. They helped me start my business, and they helped me by giving me support and guidance, and I needed that at the time. When I hear the word youth, I tend to think of teenagers from the ages of 13 to 18 years old.
I'm hoping to find out the current knife issues, what's going on in the community and how we can prevent, and hopefully from participating in today's Prince's Trust event talks which are going on. There's a lot of different organisations here. I'm going to engage and find out what we can learn and get from here. I think the gang culture, I really want to focus on the gang culture in the community. Modernisation it's one of the main form of gang culture, and if I could, I would look into the current issues in gangs and knife crime and gun crime and just getting to the bottom line of it.